What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building, peep squad. Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, baby. Let's get into it. There's a whole lot going on with the last episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It is going down. It seems like some people are calling out Kandi Burruss, and they're basically not too thrilled with Kandi actually wanting to give Marlo Hampton hand-me-downs. I was like, OMG, for real. I didn't even know people were calling out Kandi and basically saying, Kandi, you are the richest girl on the show. Why are you giving these girls hand-me-downs when you own a store, a boutique, and your best friend Rashida owns a boutique as well? So y'all let me know what you think about this situation. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked that people were saying that, when it comes to Kandi and her fashions, that they don't want to be a part of any of her fashions, point blank, period. And why would any 13-year-old to 18-year-old even want to wear Kandi's clothes or, basically have the same type of fashion sense? And it was like, it would make more sense if Kandi said that she was donating, her daughter Riley's clothes or actually Todd's daughter clothes. You know what I mean? But in any event, I didn't even think people would be upset with Kandi. I thought it's the thought that counts, but I guess the thought don't count. And it seems like Kandi's the only person trying, basically to help Marlo or attempt to help Marlo with a donation. But Marlo said, baby, I do not want your donation. I do not take hand-me-downs. And Sheree's all up in the mix too as well. So it seems like when it comes to Kandi, she is getting called out by the public, basically saying, you the richest on the show, girl. Don't you got more than that? Why would any of these girls want any of them dusty clothes that came out of your garage or your pool room and things of that nature? And people are co-signing Marlo and basically saying Marlo had every right to be upset and be mad and also call out Kandi and refuse her donation. I was like, OMG. And other people are also saying when it comes down to Kandi basically wanting to give Marlo hand-me-downs, they said that Kandi, she took a fit. She had a little situation when it came down to Kandi Cares and somebody didn't cash a check or send her a check for $5,000. They are saying that Kandi was over there on speak on it, basically kind of insinuating and calling somebody out that they said that they popping and they got money out here in these streets, but they didn't receive, the donation to Kandi Cares. And they're talking about they got all this money, they live in this good life, okay? And it was like Kandi felt salty, so why can't Marlo feel salty? I was like, Lord have mercy on this situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation, because in any event, Kandi responds to the situation on speak on it, and she's basically saying, hey y'all, listen, I was going to give these girls more clothes. And also it was said that Marlo Hampton had set up or arranged to, meet up with Kandi to sort through the clothes and go through the clothes. This is what Kandi is alleging. This is what she says, what was supposed to go down. They were supposed to go through the clothes together, but Marlo ended up backing out the situation. And Kandi's assistant in the background basically said that they had a whole lot of Allison Oliver clothes, or they had some designers that hasn't been used yet. They had stacks of it as well. So in any event, and Kandi said she was gonna get some other stuff and everything. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that situation. Did Kandi have all that prepared? Did she have that ready? Did she have all them new clothes there for them girls that are a part of the foster care system as part of Marlo Hampton's charity? So what y'all think about that? You guys let me know. Drop down below in the comment section and tell me what you think about the situation. People were really going in on Kandi and basically saying like, this is not even right. She knows better not to try to give them girls them clothes out of her pool room at her house. And some people are saying like, what are you talking about? A donation is a donation. And plus, Kandi said that these clothes were gently worn and they still have the price tags on it, but they're saying regardless, who wants to wear them tacky clothes with them tacky price tags on them? I was like, OMG. And people were saying that they had to return different clothes that was donated to them because, older women was giving them, clothes, and they was of a younger age or a younger age group, and they said they just used to donate it to Goodwill. So what y'all think about this situation? I was like, Lord have mercy, that could have been something that them girls could have found. But if Marlo's policy is not to accept used clothes, then that is what it is. Kandi just didn't know the rules, baby. But in any event, when it came to Sunday's episode, Todd was like, is this Gucci? Oh no, that's not Gucci. What is this? What is that? And he was saying Marlo is not going to want these hand-me-downs. And it seems like Todd was absolutely right about the situation, because Marlo refused to take them hand-me-downs. And Kandi was going through the clothes and everything. Baby, Marlo got on that phone and was like, girl, you trying to give me hand-me-downs? What are you talking about? I refuse to take hand-me-downs because when I was growing up, I used to get hand-me-downs and it didn't make me feel good, and I used to get made fun of and picked on. So I want these girls to know that they can have all the things that they want to have. I was like, okay, they could have found something to sleep in, they could have found something to paint in. It wasn't raggedy clothes, and plus she had other new clothes there, and it is what it is. But Marlo said we ain't accepting it. I know there's a lot of organizations that would love to take Kandi's clothes, okay, but people are saying it's just the fact that Kandi's the biggest boss on the show, and she has all this money, and she's basically going down there in her pool room and getting clothes to give to Marlo. Marlo said she ain't that type of person. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. And as you guys know, it seems like it's going down with Kandi. Kandi seems like, she's getting into it with Shereé. She's getting into it with Marlo Hampton, and also Kenya Moore as well. And now we have Kandi Burruss basically on her speak on it, basically defending Sonia Ross Richardson and basically calling out Drew and saying Drew is annoying and she's like a pest and she knows how to get under people's skin, and Drew, be doing too much. So it seems like she done already chose a side, and I told you guys that when it comes to Sonia, that is Kandi's new girl, because she can pop off, and it seems like she's ready to go full force because she want to be co-signed either by Kandi Burruss or Kenya Moore. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that situation. But in any event, Kandi had to address some issues. Kandi thought it was okay. She said, girl, bye. She said, Marlo, how you gonna refuse my clothes when you rent used clothes, and then on top of renting used clothes, you let multiple people wear them, and so they're used clothes that they're renting. And Kandi is saying, why would she pay $20,000 in rental fee to rent your clothes, but yet you cannot take hand-me-downs? She's basically saying you're trying to create a problem, Marlo, and you starting a situation that don't even need to be started, and you're basically trying to shame her gift. And Kandi said that you should have told her from Jump Street that you don't take hand-me-downs. But Marlo said, Kandi, you know me for 10 years, girl, so you should know my admission statement. You should know what I accept and what I don't accept. You know who I am. Do I look like I take used items? So y'all tell me what y'all think. Marlo is out here profiling, and this is one of the reasons that Kenya Moore says that Marlo kind of gets under her skin when she brags about Monte, and it almost seems real selfish to refuse the gift that Kandi was trying to give her, but she feels like it's disrespect because Kandi should know better, and Kandi got all that money and she's giving her hand-me-downs. But in any event, it just makes Marlo looks like that she's good for nothing. You know what I mean? It makes it just look like, damn, you gonna act like that and be that mad about it? Somebody was trying to give them girls something. What if them girls would have liked them gifts? What if they would have, gave it to somebody else, or whatever the case may be? Shoot, they could have sold it. You could have sold it too. But in any event, when it comes down to, Kandi basically said, you should have told me what the protocol was, because if you wanted me to buy them something brand new, I would have brought them something brand new. And plus, we had all these name brand and designers that haven't been worn that was upstairs, baby, and you ain't getting them. And right now, Kandi feels like it's hate and it's jealousy that she's receiving from Marlo. And she said, because Marlo's making up things and making a problem to be a problem when there is no problem. So she's very well frustrated with the situation. And she also says Marlo calling her a whore. How can she call her a whore when she is a whore? You know what I mean? So in any event, Kandi basically took the gloves off and said, how can you call me any type of name? How's a whore gonna call me a whore? I was like, Lord have mercy. So we getting on and popping. And also Kandi says that she feels like they're jealous of her success. They're jealous, basically, and this is why they're coming for her, basically saying that she's not a good friend. And also Marlo Hampton accusing Kandi Burruss of basically never helping anybody and not having it in her heart to help anybody. And Kandi, is selfish. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that situation. I was like, OMG, it is going down for real, for real. So y'all let me know what you think about that situation. Please drop down below and tell me your thoughts on the situation. Did Marlo have a right to refuse the gift and be upset about it? And was Kandi wrong in trying to give Marlo hand-me-downs? Okay, is it the thought that counts? Okay, but in any event, let's get on to Kandi. Kandi's basically feeling a certain type of way because she feel like Sheree's coming for her too as well, when Shereé has been coming for her because Shereé has called out Kandi to basically say, you heard Drew, you knew Drew was out here, spreading rumors and saying that I wasn't paying my assistant. You are my friend, I know you, how come you didn't tell me? And also Shereé is upset because Kandi did not call her and check up on her when she, was stranded in Philly by Tyrone. And Kandi said on speak on it, girl, come on, you gonna be mad at me for that? Girl, you are dating a jailbird, okay? So in any event, because Kandi is feeling a certain type of way because Miss Shereé was co-signing Marlo when Marlo was saying that Kandi Burruss is a freak in the street, and Kandi is a freak, and Kandi is a whore, and she be doing it wild with everybody in Atlanta. And basically she has relations with guys that are under her tax bracket because her punani is trash and she's only looking for daddy daycare, and she doesn't have it in her heart to help or assist anybody else. Basically calling out Kandi to be selfish and saying Kandi is wrong for not showing up for Shereé. They could have went to the old lady gang. They could have really had a good time, but Kandi basically chose to avoid the whole situation. Kandi responds and say that she didn't want to say anything because she didn't want to throw, Kenya under the bus, because she didn't know if Kenya was supposed to tell her. So therefore she was just going to wait. And she was like, girl, are you serious? You gonna co-sign and be in the amen section and agree with Marlo talking about me and Kenya and calling us out and calling me a Atlanta street trick? Come on. And so Kandi is feeling a certain type of way, and she feel like they're making problems with the situation. What y'all think? Shereé just need a storyline, baby. And Shereé feels like you should have came to her. She done known you the longest, but it seems like Shereé and Kandi are never gonna get along, okay? From way back when it came to, Shereé, Kim, and babies, okay, and little black kids, you already know. So in any event, when it comes down to it, Kandi's feeling a certain type of way. And also Kandi says that she is going to call out Kenya more whenever she needs or feels the need to call her out if they're going back and forth. And also Kandi is saying that she's sorry and that she apologized because she was not co-signing Marlo when Marlo was basically referring to Kenya Moore. If you Google her, it'll just show that she is a lady of the night, okay? And also saying that Kenya Moore had all the rappers and she was a video vixen and her crown doesn't mean anything. And then Kandi basically said that the story, we done heard the stories about Kenya. Kandi said, hey, listen, I wasn't talking about I heard something in the street. I'm talking about what I heard from Kenya Moore's mouth, okay? So she cleaned that up real nice, and she blamed the editing on the editors, basically making it look like she was agreeing with Marlo. And also Kandi confirms that Kenya Moore reached out to her and was like, girl, why are you talking about me? You said if you Google my name. And so in any event, Marlo said the Google part and all that stuff, and Kenya was very upset and she felt betrayed by Kandi. Kandi said, Kenya's mad at me because she's thinking I'm co-signing Marlo, but that's not the case. So she publicly apologized, to Kenya. Okay, so it seems like when it comes to Kandi, she's in a whirl of trouble and she's feeling a certain type of way about Kenya because Kenya disagreed and didn't want to wear the buzzing underwears. Okay, she was not feeling the buzzing underwears. She wasn't feeling it. Shereé wasn't feeling it, and Marlo wasn't feeling it. But Kandi feels like Kenya should have came to her and told her instead of having these conversations behind her back. So when she found out that Kenya was actually not happy with the buzzing toys, she knew that they have already been talking about it and things are being said. And so that's why she went off, basically said, how can you be a prude, Kenya, when you did the movie Tryst? And, how can you put it on and put it off? So in any event, she said, Mama Joy said, if you don't like it, then don't wear it. So, Kandi's feeling a certain type of way because she feel like, that's a part of her business. That's her brand. Kandi coded nice, Kandi toys. And she feel like there's a lot of hating going on. But in any event, it seems like her and Kenya are on good terms, but she's saying Kenya's still in her feelings. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. And also Kandi's feeling a certain type of way because Marlo was with Carlos King, and basically she was saying that she was going to put Kandi Burruss' feet to the fire because she has been coasting. Kandi coast, and also Carlos King co-signed that statement, and she's been saying that Kandi is a street lady, a street person. She be giving it up like that. And so Kandi ends up, doing an interview and just cussing out Marlo, saying, you gonna get me mad? You supposed to be my friend and you doing me like this? Like, come on. Like, if you how you gonna call me out like that? So in any event, Marlo is coming, and Marlo's here, and Kandi is feeling the heat. And some people say they enjoy the heat that Kandi is feeling, but baby, it's a little bit too much. It's like going way below the belt. It's just like the shaming of Porsha. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Peace.